This is the NFL on EA Sports. We're 10 miles south of downtown LA as you get a look inside SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Here's Joshua Carty ready to get this one started. And off we go from SoFi. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Opening carry of the game for the versatile Christian McCaffrey. And he'll move this forward out to the 29-yard line. Braden Fisk is there to bring him down. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. Now Willis. That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
They'll motion their tight end Johnson. Willis now to throw. Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the 3rd play. Picked off by Cameron Kinchins. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
1st and 10. Throwing to begin. It's Stafford. That's hauled in on the left by McClure. And he's going to be taken down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Cup in motion. They'll run. It's Williams. And that's a productive run. He gets this one down to the 4. Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. Stafford gonna give it to Cora. Hard running close to the goal line, but they're gonna mark him just short. Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. That is caught by the tight end. Colby Parkinson. Majorreason. Touchdown, Rams. It's his third touchdown on the year. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Recovered by the receiving team.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Here's Willis. He's going to look deep for Adams. That's down the field and intercepted. That's the safety, Cameron Curl.
Well, Mike, once again, this drive, it ends the same way their last one did, walking off the field, following an interception. Now, you're hoping this is more momentary struggle than it is a trend, but as hard as it is to do, they need to get calmed down. They need to reset because their offense cannot operate at a high level if they don't have confidence in this passing game. The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
And he's going to go down, a sack. But we do have a penalty marker on the field. Let's get the call. They run over center with Williams. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Keyshawn Nixon there for the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. Throw right side, hauled in by Cup. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
3rd and 5. Working out of the gun, Stafford. He's got a man. That's Nakua. Complete. It'll be 1st and goal. That's a gain of 28.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
A run on 1st and goal. And a short pickup down inside the 10.
With the 9 into the 35. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now here's 2nd and goal. Stafford now. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Big play coming up, 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Stafford. Oh, he tried to swing it outside, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyler Nubin. Whoa. Into space. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Giants. Chad Ryland now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Giants will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece. And the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Cup in motion. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. On the carry, it's Williams. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
A touchdown apiece here in the 1st quarter of play. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. We're back in Southern California in a moment. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap to Stafford. That is intercepted. Picked off by Keyshawn Nixon. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away, and that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. I mean, you're not going to get away with it at this level.
Pistol snap to Willis. This throw left side, taken in by Johnson. And he will score. Davante Adams. Touchdown, New York. Ryland's kick here is good. And the Giants will move out to a 14-7 lead. Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And a good run there to get him 5 yards.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Stafford now on 2nd down. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. 3rd and a yard.
It's 3rd and 1.
They'll try to run for it with Williams. It's a gain of 10 yards. Good for a Rams 1st down.
We've seen 3rd down really turn into a pass-happy down throughout the league, and I think this is an example of the play caller kind of using that to his advantage. Keep the defense off guard, keeps the ball on the ground, extend this possession.
Cup in motion. On 1st and 10, Stafford. He'll throw it left and has his running back. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and the 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good...
And he's into the end zone. Jordan Whittington. Touchdown, L.A. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry, and the carry part, Greg, that was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice, but it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. He's got room to the 45. And they will finally run him down up near midfield.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game. And you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
They'll go back to McCaffrey on 1st down. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down.
Every Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
They run once more with McCaffrey. And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yards, but it didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be third down.
Mike, I have to be honest. When offenses come up with run-play designs, blocking the corner is not really a big priority. But in this case, great job not only forcing it on the outside, but defeating the block, coming up and making the tackle, and keeping it to no gain.
They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. On third down, they'll set up to throw. And he'll let it go deep for Johnson. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. A big-time play out of the G-men. 37 yards. McCaffrey now on 1st and 10. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. Now, faking the give to the left side, and Adams has it. And he's out of bounds at the 5, and they're in business. It is 1st and goal.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. To throw is Willis. And he will wisely just get rid of this one and set up 2nd and goal.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Another one from the 5, 2nd down and goal. Throwing Willis. That's caught by McCaffrey. He is in. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, New York. The quarterback, with all of his eligible receivers available, uses the back out of the backfield that time, Greg, to take it to the end zone.
And when your running back, Mike, is a valid threat in the passing game, man, it just gives you so many options. And in this case, it was the running back that was the open target. He's able to put the pass on the money. Easy 6 points.
Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Stafford working from the pistol. There's a short one taken in by Higbee. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
On the handoff, it is Williams running to the right. He'll get this across midfield to about the 49. Jason Pinnock there to end it. Second down and 8. From the gun, here's Stafford. That one on target to Cup. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. On 1st and 10, Stafford. That's to the left side and pulled in by Higbee. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pick up a 14 and a 1st down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
That's to Higbee, the tight end. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
On 1st down, it is Williams. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
At the 11-yard line, a 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Now it's Stafford. He's got it at the 3. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can...
Oh, man, wide open. He's got it. Jordan Whittington. Touchdown, Los Angeles. 2nd touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5. The teamwork was just ideal there. Greg, we don't see practice all week, but we see it pay off in the game.
And when you have a wide receiver, Mike, that can operate near the sideline, it just increases the amount of space that quarterback has to work with. He knows that he can put that ball maybe a little bit further away from the defender, knowing he's got the guy on the other end to not only secure the catch, but to keep his feet in bounds for a touchdown.
At their own 30-yard line.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. Willis. We try to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front. They're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Linebacker certainly wasn't fooled on that play. Not only does he get there in a hurry, but he's able to secure that tackle and bring him down for a loss.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. They put Adams in motion. Now Willis. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it also gives some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
He'll try it. The ball comes out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds, so possession does not change hands.
So the sideline saves the turnover, but now this brings up fourth down. So, Mike, after dodging a bullet there, and you say, okay, we got away with one there, it's fourth down. How aggressive do I want to be? Do you feel better about your punt unit coming on and saying, hey, better than bringing our defense out after the turnover? Or do you say, hey, let's take advantage of this opportunity by keeping our offense on the field and see if we can extend this drive?
That is hard down the field. He's got it. And he's out of bounds, but they're going to stop this inside the 25. A huge play just before the half. The Rams use their third and final timeout. A pickup of 44 yards. Chad Ryland on now for the field goal. This one is good. He knocks it through. And the Giants will take a 24-21 lead. Halftime here on this final weekend of the NFL regular season. As we'll send you over to Orlando, our EA Sports halftime report with the coach. Jonathan, all yours. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Drive begins with a run by Williams. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
With the struggles they had running the ball in the first half, Mike, it makes sense that they're trying here early in the second to get this ball carrier going. But this last run's not going to do him any favors. Another rush, another loss of yards.
Now a second down throw for Stafford. He'll locate Cup. Into space at the 45. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
They'll run it with Williams. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's 2nd and 2. They'll go again with Williams. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
2nd and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down.
Cup in motion. On first down, right back to Williams. And they're going to get him down this time. Not as easy as the last carry. This time they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd down.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. That's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Play action now for Stafford. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Throw it on 3rd down, Stafford. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. One of the Giants has it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step 1. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
Here's Willis. That is caught downfield. It's Johnson, the tight end. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
A gain of 36 yards. First down, Rams.
Throwing is Willis. And that ball incomplete. Trying to get it to Christian McCaffrey out of the backfield. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Willis now to throw. To the left side, it's caught by Brown. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. It's a gain there of 26 yards. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. On the handoff, McCaffrey. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Again, it's McCaffrey. And the Giants have got a 1st and goal. He's out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
1st and goal, New Orleans.
Willis to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan. And then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play a man-to-man. And it's exactly what they did here. And there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
Line of scrimmage remains the 4-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. Willis now to throw. He's got his big tight end. Taysom Hill. Touchdown, Giants. Now Ryland for the extra point. He gets it to go. And the Giants will extend this 3rd quarter lead. Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. On 1st down, it's Stafford. He'll tuck it and take off. And that's a veteran quarterback doing what veterans do. Don't take the extra hit. Got the 1st down, get down. The drive continues. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs. 1st down, Stafford. Pass caught right side by Higbee. 14 on the pickup. 1st down, L.A.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
A shotgun snap to Stafford. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
2nd down, it's Stafford. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
He had 2 touchdowns earlier, looking to see what he can do here in this 2nd half. That grab gets them a 1st down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They have a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start. The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Again, it's Stafford. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
Now a 3rd and 2. They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Keyshawn Nixon. Still on the move. Inside the 10. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, New York. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Stafford. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Stafford now on 2nd down. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Keyshawn Nixon. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. First and 10. They run straight ahead with McCaffrey. It'll grind out a couple of yards. Gives them a little bit of space out to the 3. Hook him up on a 2nd down and 8. A run with the man out of Purdue. That's Tyrone Tracy. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Here's 3rd and 7. Throwing, Willis. To the left side, and Adams has it. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or 2 short. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts. The offense is staying right there. They're going for it. 4th and a couple. Throwing, Willis. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. And he's going to be taken down, but it's a quick change situation. He has set his offense up with 1st and goal.
So you do a great job all game long. You build up a lead here late in the 4th quarter, but now you get sloppy. This turnover all of a sudden brings a renewed sense of energy to your opponent, who a minute ago thought this game was over, and now they got a little life.
So now, after the interception, a sudden change situation. 1st and goal. They'll run. It's Williams. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up 2nd and goal.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Here's another shot from the 6 at 2nd and goal. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. One more time for Williams. Looking for a seam, but will not find one. He'll take this down to the 4-yard line. Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. That one taken in. Cooper, Cup, touchdown, Rams. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. To throw, here's Willis. That's caught by McCaffrey. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Up the middle, here's McCaffrey. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. To throw is Willis. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it. That pass ball is incomplete. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. Willis. He's going to air this one out. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
Now Willis. That's going to be caught. And he's not going to get there. Coming up a couple of yards short. This is going to be a turnover on down.
So the key to this play is when you're going to play pass coverage and you're going to drop in depth, you have to understand if the quarterback drops the ball off short, you need to rally tackle. You need to limit the run after the catch. Don't let that receiver pick up the first down. That's exactly what this defense was able to do in this situation. Tackle him short of the chains, force the turnover on downs.
Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Something you do not want to see here in the final week of the season, as he will get himself checked out. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. On the play fake, here's Stafford. That is caught downfield by Cup. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
A give, and here comes Williams. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
Here's 2nd down. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Now a 2nd down throw for Stafford. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And a good job rallying to the football. Hold him just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. That is caught in the middle of the end zone. Cooper Kupp, touchdown LA. 2 touchdowns for him now in the afternoon. The extra point from Carney is good. And the Rams have taken a 4-point advantage. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. This is 1st and 10. Here's Willis. Taken in right side by the tight end, Johnson. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Throwing is Willis. He'll go right and find his running back. Give him 14 on that one. First down, Giants.
And now after that big completion, Mike, they can't panic yet. They're not into the mode where they're in desperation. They have 2 timeouts in their back pocket. Take a deep breath. Get your best first down play call to your quarterback. A field goal's not going to do it. They got to think touchdown all the way.
Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. First down and 1 shy of 100. That was his 99th catch of the year.
And that's what you call being fearless, going over the middle. That's not everybody's cup of tea in this league, Mike. Some guys love to operate outside the numbers, and some guys understand their role is in the middle of the field, and not only to make that catch, but to do it laying out. It's a big-time play to secure that one.
After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to do.
And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. An important extra point up and good, so the lead is 3 here in the late stages of the game. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's 1st and 10.
Right, 22.
From the shotgun, it's Stafford. Unloads downfield, looking for Nakua.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. Now, a big 3rd down. A shotgun snap to Stafford. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. And that's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. They'll snap it. Here's Stafford. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams.
And that stop right there will do it. Even though they have 2 timeouts remaining, there's just not enough time on the clock to get another attempt. What a huge stop with the game on the line, and that will all but end this game.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Willis now to throw. And he'll be taken down. They got him back at the 50-yard line. They'll run here with McCaffrey. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go on the clock. 3rd and long. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. Here we go. 1 final play. He's got his tight end. That's Johnson. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So it's a win for the Men in Blue. The Giants get it done. They're able to finish the season in style as they get the victory here in the finale in Week 18. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.